Hello, everybody. Welcome to this week's episode of Beware the Board, a horror podcast where we watch a randomly selected horror movie every week. I'm Bob.
I'm Ben.
Happy 4th season, Benjamin. Hell yeah, brother.
Yeah.
Can't believe we're finally here. My anticipation has been killing me, to be honest.
It only took like
10 weeks.
30 episodes.
Oh, yeah. Well, this is 31 technically.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I'm really excited for the new board, Ben.
Yeah. I came up with a name for it.
Yeah, you did. It's a good one, too.
Which I told you so I could run it past you. But it's spooky swamp music.
Spooky swamp music, a very classic thing.
Yeah, spooky swamp music. Because, like, we have haunted houses.
Yeah.
Which are spooky. Swamps, which are just swamps.
Swamps, yeah.
And then music for, like, fear the music.
Yeah. It's a very good. It's a very good name. Way better name than last season, honestly.
Which...
I think we landed on a racist Japanese cowboy.
I believe that was the end.
I'm pretty sure that's
product.
what the playlist is called on YouTube and everything.
I think that's what it's called in my notes, so we're sticking with it.
Yeah, sure.
On that note, do you have any interesting things that have happened since our last recording session?
Okay. I mean, I could. Okay, so I'll talk about the weekend. Last weekend was my friend Jesse's bachelor party, and I'm his best man, so I had to plan that. And we got very, very, very drunk and played a game called Charty McDennis from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. If you don't know what that is, it's basically the craziest fucking drinking game you can think of with the dumbest rules and everything. It's just inane. It was so fun.
It's a sitcom drinking game.
Yeah.
Made by characters who are raging alcoholics.
And also insane people.
Yeah.
I did remove all the cards that contained bodily harm. No one was injured. Unless you count throwing up a lot.
And brain damage.
No one had any brain damage.
Did anyone brown out or blackout?
No. Everyone...
Well, technically, I think you get brain damage regardless, right? Because it's poison.
Drinking, yeah. So I guess there was some brain damage occurred, but I mean, that's fine. It's whatever. It's what we signed up for.
Fair enough.
I think we drank 7 bottles of wine, 15 beers, 24 wine coolers, and we killed a whole bottle of gin between 7 people?
Not bad.
No, not too bad. It was most of the wine that surprised me. We went through so much of that wine. So fast.
If you're going through wine coolers, those are pretty shitty.
Well, that too.
And, like, I don't think the alcohol content tends to be very high on them.
Yeah, wine coolers are about the same ABV as a beer.
I mean, yeah, it's
that was the point.
If you want to be fancier than crushing a beer, you can go crush a wine cooler.
Well, also, we all don't like the taste of beer, so if we could avoid drinking a beer, we drink a wine cooler.
Lame.
Yeah. Well, also, I did not buy good beer. I bought Budweiser. It's not bad beer, but
that's a second issue we're not gonna address here.
Look, I didn't know what kind of beer to get, so I just got the most beer for the least amount of money without cheaping out.
You could have gotten, like, they sell the big, I don't know what they're called, but they're like the mega packs where it's like, because there's 12 packs, but then they're like the case. It's a case. It's called a case. God damn it.
Like a 30-pack?
Yeah, it's a case.
Yeah.
They sell a case of Moosehead.
Do they really?
Yeah, you could have just gotten a case of Moosehead.
I would have actually drank some beer that night.
I know. That's why I brought it up.
Damn,
right now.
I did. Well, I just assumed that you couldn't buy it, that brand that big.
Yeah, I can just get you a case of Moosehead.
Are they glass bottles?
Yeah.
That's a lot of glass.
Well, actually, that might be. I haven't bought a case of Moosehead, so I don't know. I'd assume they're glass bottles, but they're probably cans.
Yeah, it would make sense to do cans, because I can't imagine how you would get 30 glass bottles.
But that's just assumedly. I know they sell cases of glass bottles.
Yeah, we had a good time. It was fun. I threw up because I don't do shots, and that was bad. But other than that, it was fun. I had a good time.
That's good that you had a good time.
You do anything interesting, Ben?
Yeah. I went and saw Evil Dead Rise.
Fuck,
Finally had
about
time.
Oh, God. Okay.
What's wrong?
I'm nervous. I've heard very mixed reactions about this movie, and it scares me.
He means on Twitter.
On Twitter, but also from a friend, okay? Don't you dare.
No spoilers, I'll say.
No spoilers, please. I want to watch it.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of how do I want to describe this, because, like, we haven't watched it on the board yet. Assumedly, we'll watch it on the board at some point.
Oh.
Just because, if I haven't said this before, I love Evil Dead.
Yeah.
Like, the series, like, the first movie is probably one of my favorite B-movies of all time. It's great.
I want to watch it so bad.
I'm trying to think of a way to summarize this. The film, I don't think it was bad.
Okay.
I want to start off with that. I don't think it was a bad movie.
Okay.
In fact, in a lot of ways, I think it was pretty decent. However, I don't think it was a good Evil Dead film.
Completely fair. I've heard that exact
Um,
same thing from so many people.
In some ways, the vibe was right, and in some ways, it was completely wrong. And so it was an interesting experience for me watching it because I was like, oh, I don't know what I think about this.
That's really
And
interesting.
I came out of the movie and I watched it with my roommate. And I was like, I really, really, really want to talk about this. Sucks that I'm not on the podcast right now.
God bless.
But yeah, it was kind of a mixed bag. I think if you just want to go see a horror movie, you'll probably enjoy yourself. But if you want to go watch like an Evil Dead film and like you're a fan of Evil Dead films,
Mm-hmm.
you might be disappointed.
Damn. Okay.
Just because it's not exactly all the way there.
Interesting. I've just seen a lot of people saying exactly what you're saying. They really liked the movie and it was a good movie, but it wasn't a good Evil Dead movie.
Well, not gonna go into it any further. Movie's fine. I have some issues with it.
Shit. Okay. A lot of people really like it.
Oh, I get why people really like it.
Okay.
I thought it was pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't mean I have some major issues with certain aspects of that film.
Oh my god.
But,
holy shit. Okay.
They're not like things that take away from the film.
Mm-hmm.
They're just like, what was happening?
Oh, okay. Interesting. I know you have a very hard scale sometimes for movies to climb. Mine's a lot lower, so
I mean, yeah. I think you'll have a good time when we eventually watch it.
when we
Well,
get
actually,
there.
I don't know. Depends on how into Evil Dead you are, but at that point, because I think it's movie 5.
I thought it was 4. No, you're right. It's 5.
There's the remake.
Yeah, because there's the first one,
There's Evil Dead 2,
Army of Darkness,
Army of Darkness,
the remake,
remake.
and then Evil Dead Rises 5. I hope they make more. I would love to see Evil Dead continue to be a big horror franchise. I think it probably will be.
I mean, I think this one has been doing fairly well.
Yeah, and it's fairly well reviewed too.
So I think, I mean, it's one of those classic things where it's a big series historically.
Mhm.
It has a ton of fans, which means a bunch of people just go see it irregardless.
Yeah.
Which movie execs see and they go, oh, it's free money.
Yeah, but what I mean is, like, I hope they continue to make good movies and keep, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't want a Leprechaun situation. That's all I have to say.
I don't know. I guess my point is even if it's bad, what will happen again is an Evil Dead remake situation where they made a movie, nothing happened with it, and then we're just going to wait 10 years and get another one.
I guess that's fair.
But we'll see.
Oh, man.
On that note, I guess you want to start the board?
Oh, man.
Unless you have anything else you want to talk about?
No, not at the moment. I will say, I'll tease this now. There's a special announcement at the end of the episode. Stay tuned and listen in for that. That's very exciting, and I want to talk about it, but I won't. I'll save it. You know what it is. You just look confused because you forgot. We talked about it.
I think I remember what it was.
Yeah, but just a special announcement at the end of the episode. Be prepared.
You
That's
could just
all.
skip to the end, too.
Yeah, well, yeah, I guess
then
you
come
could,
back.
but please don't. Just listen to the. Stop trying to get our views and do dumb things, Ben.
I mean, I'm being honest with them. It's true.
Oh my god.
I can't skip to the end, which kind of sucks, but like they can.
Damn.
I'm stuck here
You really hate me that much,
in
huh?
the present.
Damn.
I want to time travel.
Time travel's cool.
The future. Future.
No. Stop. We cannot get sidetracked right now. We must continue the podcast. So, our options, Ben.
Yeah, so let's explain the categories again.
Yeah.
We have my category. Obviously, the best one is always Fear of the Music.
Bitch.
The idea is like the music is like intrinsic to the horror.
Mm-hmm. Very cool idea for a category.
Our random is Haunted Houses.
Yes. Which I'm also very excited about. Because it's a
Which-
classic horror movie thing.
Yeah.
Which makes me excited.
Very broad, too. So
Maybe we'll get some classic movies.
And then finally, we have the runt of the litter.
Don't you
Bob's
dare!
category.
My categories are always bangers.
Stinky swamp gas.
It's not called Stinky Swamp Gas. It's just swamp movies. I did also specify you could do marshes. You could do bogs.
Yeah, Bob opened it up to swamps and swamp-like areas, which is basically, is it wet? Is there trees? It's swamp!
Listen, I thought it would be a good category, and all I've been hearing all week from your ass is how much you fucking hate it. And it's enraging. So, for the first episode, we're going to start in the swamp, because fuck you, that's why.
Yeah, because I'm the one who this is going to hurt more.
I don't know, I might. Jesus Christ.
1,
I have
2, or
all-
3?
I have all 3 spots, Ben. It's been a
Yeah.
while since this has happened. Spot 2, sure. What's in 2, Ben?
All right. We're going to be watching Blackwater.
Oh, that does no. Okay. Oh, I don't know why the name scares me.
It has water in the name.
Yeah, I guess that's
Go with
probably
that.
why. I don't like oceans, but this is a swamp, so it's okay.
Yeah.
Only thing that could be in there is gators.
Hmm.
Much less, not as scary as sharks.
You want the description?
Sure, Ben.
Crikey.
That's it? Just
Yeah.
crikey? What is this fucking... Oh, my God. Crocodile Dundee?
We should watch Crocodile Dundee instead.
Instead of this movie, we should watch Crocodile Dundee for the podcast. That's not scary.
That's
Unless
not a
you watch
knife.
the...
This is a
knife. Shut the fuck up. Jesus Christ. Put the fucking knife down. Jesus Christ.
That was a visual gag.
There's a visual gag for an audio podcast. Very good, Benjamin.
All right.
Oh, my
It's
God.
an hour and 30 minutes long.
Okay.
It's rated R.
Oh, okay.
Review scores. IMDb gives it a 5.8 out of 10.
It's not bad.
Tomato meter
Okay.
gives it an 80%.
Okay.
Audience score, 40%.
Okay. Well, look. It has its ups and its downs.
Some people really like it,
I hope I like it.
i.e. the critics. And then the people who actually watched the movie really, really didn't.
God damn it.
Gave it half as much.
Okay. It can't be that bad.
It has 3 wins for awards and 7 nominations.
Mm.
Notable actors in this film.
Okay. Here's where I'm excited. Because I don't know who's in this movie. And maybe there's someone cool.
Or maybe, just maybe,
It's a bunch of nobodies.
it's a bunch of people you don't know.
Yeah. It tends to happen.
Well, yeah, usually.
Yeah. Most of the time.
You're getting
Unless
better.
David Arquette's in this.
You're getting better because we've seen these people in other movies. But
Yeah.
Diana Glenn as Grace. She played Sandy from The Slap, which is on 6 episodes. Maeve Dermody as Lee. They played Tony in Beautiful Kate. Andy Roderetta as Adam. He played Riverfather in Cargo, which is, I would say, pretty arguably probably the best Australian zombie movie.
Oh, that's cool. We should watch that at some point.
He also played Sefton Norick in Infinity, which is a pretty fun kind of sci-fi horror movie,
Okay.
which is interesting. Ben Oxenbould as Jim, played Bull in Caught Inside. And then finally Fiona Press as Pat. She played Margie in San Andreas.
Okay. Did you say what year this movie came out?
2007.
Okay. So it's not that old.
No, it's not. All right. Writer and director team. So it's David Nerlich. The only other thing he has written and directed was Dark Sun, which was a short. And then the other one is Andrew Chalky. Do you know that?
No, it doesn't seem familiar.
Oh. He has also written and directed a movie that'll make you shit your pants.
Oh.
It's called The Reef. It's a lot of people think it's probably one of the best shark movies.
Wow. Okay.
Not Jaws, but like
Yeah.
pretty up there.
Okay. Maybe we'll watch it one day, and maybe I will shit my pants. We will
It's
see.
The ocean and sharks. Bob's favorite.
You know,
I like sharks.
sharks are cool.
They're like
man.
big puppy dogs.
Well, when you get them really high on ketamine and throw a zombie in front of them and fight them, they do look like puppy dogs.
How do they do that normally in nature?
God, that movie is so ridiculous.
For anyone who's curious, Bob's talking about Zombie 2.
Yeah. Which we watched when we watched Joe Bob. Didn't watch it on the podcast. Very sad we didn't, because that's a cool movie to review.
We
one
might
day.
review it, but probably not as a board spot.
Probably
Maybe
not.
as an extra. Budget is estimated at $700,000. The box office was $1,271,556,
It's not too bad.
which is basically doubling.
Yeah.
Which is pretty good.
Yeah, not too bad.
That means they made a profit. Country of origin, Australia.
Oh, it's an
Now
Australian
the description
film.
makes sense.
Yeah, okay.
Ooh.
Nice. Another Australian film. We haven't. What was the last one we did? Lake Mungo?
Yep.
Didn't disappoint me. So hopefully this is a good one.
It's such a high bar.
Well, it's a very good movie.
Not it's good. It didn't disappoint me. Woo.
Look, you've been.
I thought that was a great film. It apparently just didn't disappoint
Well, no,
Bob.
that's a very good movie. But more what I'm saying is you've been really shitting on my category all week. So I was really nervous. So I'm hoping that the Australian film does not
Okay.
disappoint.
Let me explain why I've been shitting on your category. Basically, I've been telling Bob all week that Swamps is the worst. It's like the worst category choice ever. I think this happened on the wrap-up, too. You were like, is this okay? And I was like, I fucking guess. I'm gonna do it. I've had to go through so many bad swamp movies because I try my best to have good movies on this podcast.
Yeah.
I've had to go through so many stinkers. So many. Thank God you were like, yeah, a swamp can be like pretty broad and not just the Louisiana Bayou. Because if it was, this would suck.
I'm sorry. I've told you before. You could tell me no when I pitch a category.
I mean, it's interesting. There's just there's not a lot of films set in the swamp. Like, there's stuff set in areas where there could be swamps.
Yeah.
But no one wants to make a film in an actual swamp because it would fucking suck the film.
Yeah. Well, the other thing was we also watched we'd already seen another pretty famous swamp movie.
Yeah, and we've seen, like,
Hatchet,
The
Beyond.
We saw The Beyond on Joe Bob,
Yeah.
which wasn't on here. But both, like, actually pretty decent swamp movies.
man.
So we kind of knocked them out already.
Yeah. On accident, to be honest.
Anyways, I got one pre-movie fact.
Oh, boy.
Ooh. The film is set in the mangrove swamps of northern Australia.
Okay.
Basically like a mangrove forest, but it's flatter and
Oh, that's cool.
not near the sea, so it's a swamp.
That's where, like, the trees get real, like, tall and flat and then, like, cover huge areas, right? It's, like, real
Kinda.
dark.
I mean, that happens in a lot of places, but kinda, yeah. Like,
Yeah.
do you know what a mangrove tree is?
Yeah, they're, like, really, they have, like, real big droopy leaves, right? And they drip all the
Sort of.
sides.
So, like, they tend to grow in, like, brackish water,
Oh.
so they can deal with
Okay.
a lot of salt, which is really, really cool.
Mm-hmm.
But basically, like, they root in the water,
Yeah, okay.
and then they come out.
That's what I thought. Cool,
They're
cool.
wild.
They look real cool. Oh, man.
That's what we're going to be watching today.
All right. I guess we'll see you guys in a bit. Hi, everybody. Welcome back. We just finished watching Blackwater.
Yeah. And, I don't know what about
Are we opening with this one? Oh, I thought you were about to start talking about the debacle that was the start of the recording.
Yeah.
It was funny.
Okay, so, like, before we get into this, I want to talk about, like, watching this movie, because it's, like, it's pretty readily available. Like, there's a bunch of sites that have it if you want to stream it. However, out of the, like, 10 services where you can stream it, it's all with ads. Like, you can't buy it anywhere and watch it that way. So if you want to watch it without ads, which is obviously the recommended viewing experience, you're probably going to have to order, like, a DVD
Blu-ray or
or
something,
Blu-ray
yeah.
or something. We just didn't have that, so we had to
Yeah.
watch it with ads. And I bring this up because there is apparently, like, an asylum-grade movie
Yeah.
from, I guess, a similar time period named Blackwater,
Mm-hmm.
and the first streaming service we tried had that version of Blackwater, and so we watched, like, 5 minutes of that.
And Ben was like, this movie doesn't seem familiar. And I was like, I don't know, man. This could be the movie.
It was not the movie.
It was not the movie. We started with the wrong movie.
So be wary of that if you try to watch this film.
Yeah.
Especially because it was the wrong film, but it was labeled as the correct film. Like, it had pictures from the actual Blackwater movie.
Mhm.
It had the description. It had the year.
Yeah.
Like, everything was right, except it was the wrong film.
Very funny. I will say, we're going to include an outtake from the wrong movie. But it was so funny, we had to.
Unrelated to that movie,
Yeah.
basically.
It was good.
All right. On that note, what did you think? Did you like it? Not like it? Impartial?
I liked it. Yeah, it was better than I expected, considering you've been shitting all over the category all week. I liked the movie, actually. I thought it was quite cool.
It's a good movie.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
All right. You want me to get into it?
Yeah, let's start talking about it.
Okay, so this is going to be a quick description.
Yeah, there's not a lot to talk
Mostly
about.
because, like, this is... I don't want to use the term nothing movie because we use that usually as a negative thing.
No.
But there's not a lot of big plot points in this movie.
Mhm.
It's basically one thing that happens, but spread out over, what, an hour and a half?
Yeah.
Very, very slow.
Yeah, but I like that, honestly.
Fair enough. But basically, these three people, it's two sisters, and then the boyfriend of, I assume, the elder sister.
Yeah, she's the oldest.
They're, like, going on a, like, vacation thing,
Mm-hmm.
and they're trying to decide what they want to do, and they basically they have a phone book, I think.
Yeah, it's like a weird guidebook thing.
I say phone book because they're from Australia. I assume it's something like that. But they basically find a listing for, what is it?
Berries.
Something.
It's
catchy.
berries boating something or the other.
I don't know. Bob will. I don't know. It's berry something.
It's
And then
berries
they made a
boats
joke
or
about
something.
What? Barracuda up my butthole?
Oh, well, no, that's a separate joke about, I think she says barramundi up my bum.
Yeah, I think that's what it was.
It was something dumb.
Anyways, we're getting off track. But they see this ad for berries, like boat tours.
Yeah.
Where it's basically you go down the river and like fish,
Mm-hmm.
look at wildlife, stuff like that. And so they decide to do that because they don't really have set plans for their vacation. They're kind of just driving about.
Yeah,
and
just doing
seeing
whatever.
things. Which, if you're ever going on vacation, make sure someone not with you knows what your plans are.
Yeah.
Just safety stuff right there.
Really could have saved their ass here, gonna be honest.
But long story short, they go to this place very out in the middle of nowhere. Like it's a floating building. It kind of looks run down.
Yeah, it's basically a shack.
But I will say, that's the exact type of person who probably will take you on a good fishing charter.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
But
This dude's
turns out
definitely local.
Barry's not there.
Yeah, Barry's not there.
And who's there?
Jim,
Just a guy.
who we initially just called not Barry.
Not Barry. Because they don't tell us his name
No, we don't learn it for a while.
until things happen.
Yeah, until it gets bad.
Long story short, they all hop on this boat and they start going down the river. And eventually they kind of pull into this estuary.
Mm-hmm.
And I just want to say right now, it's a mangrove swamp. So basically it's a river. And then on either sides of the river are just like these big like areas of forest, mangrove forest.
Mm-hmm.
And inside of those is like swampy-ish.
Yeah.
The water's very shallow. Like you can walk in it.
Shallow and
Muddy.
gross.
Branches everywhere.
Uh-huh.
Swamp-like.
Classic swamp territory.
No, I wouldn't go classic. But
I would.
they pull into one of those to fish, and something bumps the boat. And they're kind of looking to see what it is, and then the boat flips.
Yup.
They start screaming, there's a croc in the water. They run for the trees, and lo and behold, Jim's gone. Jim's just dead.
Annihilated.
Dead.
Instantly murdered.
And we eventually learn his name after he's dead.
Yeah, we learned Jim's name after he has died.
And so, sorry if that's a spoiler about Jim's death, but he's kind of like a nothing character. So
He's there for about 5 minutes.
surprise. So what it is from this point is the three characters. Gracie's the older sister, Adam's her boyfriend,
Mm-hmm.
and Lee is the younger sister.
Yes.
Just like trying to stay out of the water and not get eaten by a crocodile.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it. That's the whole movie.
And just trying to figure out a way to get out or find help.
From the setup to the boat flipping, I think that's like, 15 minutes?
Yeah.
About.
Because we hit the first ad and they were already in the trees, and that was at 25.
Yeah. So I just want to point this out. That's like an hour and 15 minutes of
People in trees.
nothing, like people being scared.
Yeah.
Do you want to describe anything else? I think I'd just leave it.
Yeah, I mean, there are
'Cause-
some things I specifically want to talk about that are pretty cool, but
We'll probably talk to those as we get to them, but
yeah, exactly.
I'm going to kind of leave that description there. 'Cause
Yeah. If you want to see a horror suspense movie about a crocodile trying to eat people when they're hiding in the trees, go watch this movie.
Yeah.
That's what it is. And honestly, I quite liked it. I was surprised with how much I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed it. It's definitely one of those things where you're either really going to like it or you're really not, because it is slow.
It's a grind.
It is a grind.
But I think it's worth it.
It's well acted, and the slowness, I think, matches the tension of the situation of, like, this is we can't move, we can't do anything.
Yeah. It really helps build that sense of impending doom that the crocodile brings, you know?
Yeah.
It's almost a siege movie, but with no siege, just trees.
Yeah, the slow tempo definitely works for the story. But if that's not your cup of tea, this is going to be like the most boring movie ever.
Ashley would hate this.
That being said, you got any specific points you want to talk about?
Do you want to start? Sorry,
Bob
I'm having
doesn't
a bit
know
of
what
a
he's
brain fart.
saying.
Do you want to start with a scene, or do you want to start with a specific part of the, like, a thing? Because I have a scene I want to talk about, but there's also a thing I want to talk about. I'll give you a choice. Because I want to talk about both.
I don't know. Just pick one.
Fuck you. I was trying to give you some power here. We'll talk about the scene first. I thought the storm scene was really cool.
Yeah, so for context here, there's a part of the movie where they're sitting in the tree and a storm starts. I assume this is like nighttime. So they've been in the tree so long that it's night.
Yeah.
And so it's pitch black, and the only time you can see is when the lightning strikes.
Yeah, it's like a dry thunderstorm.
And it's done really well because it's basically the film's version of we're going to do jump cuts here.
But it's
very
actually stylistic, and it's genuinely unsettling because of something that's happening that I'm not going to mention.
Yeah, Bob was very tense.
But it's a very good scene, and I think
it's a good way to take advantage of the environment and the minimalistic like setting.
I was going to say it's like a good way to make it, because if you're not afraid of crocodiles, or water in my case, this movie isn't very scary. But that is a morbid and horrible part of the movie.
Yeah,
that is
it's a tense scene.
I don't know. I guess it accentuates the horror aspect of the situation they're in.
Yeah.
And it's very good, and I liked it a lot.
All right. And what was the other thing you want to talk about?
Oh my gosh, the crocodile practical is so cool.
Yeah, so the crocodile in this film is really well done.
It's very good. Very, very good.
Some of the scenes are practical effects. So it's like a crocodile
puppet dummy thing. Yeah.
I'm going to use the word dummy. And it looks really good.
It looks so cool.
I assume they didn't use real crocodile skin, but they might have on that thing.
It looks like the way it moves is good, all the fluid motion and stuff.
Some of the crocodile CGI. And did you notice the CGI?
The CGI part was the worst part.
It looks really good though.
It does look
good CGI.
It's good CGI, but like it
holds up.
You know what I mean?
Even for 2007,
it looks a little fake, but
just a little bit.
Yeah,
it's really good CGI.
It's good.
Mostly because I think they made this really realistic puppet, and then to do good CGI, you need something to like base your shadows on. Yeah, and I think they made a really good puppet and then just CGI'd
because you can see at the start of some of the CGI scenes that it is the puppet.
Yeah,
and then it transforms.
Put CGI over it to make it blink and stuff like that. Which is a really good way of handling it. And so I want to say overall the practical and special effects for doing this crocodile.
Yeah.
Very well done. They also used real croc footage.
Yeah, I mean, they kind of had to.
But more than you would think.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it? I mean, I would assume none of it's real when, it's on people, you
know?
So,
when there's a person and a crocodile in the same scene, it's not real, right? Basically every other time,
man,
it's a real crocodile.
That's cool. That's so cool. That's nice.
Some of the scenes where the crocodiles around the boat are real.
No way that's real.
I'm sorry, I just mimed something for Bob. So.
That's no way.
Yeah, that was real.
That's sick as hell. Man, that's super cool. I wish I could tell the audience what you're talking about without spoiling something.
There's a really late scene in the movie where the crocodile does something. And it's really active, but it's a real crocodile in that scene. You can tell it's not CGI.
No, I thought it was a puppet, man. I thought they were using a puppet for that.
No, the puppet looks really good, so it's hard to tell sometimes. But real croc footage is in there a good amount.
Jesus
it's cheaper.
Christ.
So that was actually one of my facts is they use real saltwater crocodiles in this film.
That's dope. Man.
Which, by the way, it's a croc movie.
Yeah. It's
if you hadn't figured that out from my fucking description of CRIKEY, it's a croc movie. And it's saltwater crocodiles, which...
we haven't really done an animal attack movie like this yet, unless you're counting spiders.
Nah, those weren't real spiders.
Yeah, those aren't.
Now, you know what the best part about doing real animal attack movies are?
What's that?
I have real animal facts.
Nice!
About the saltwater crocodile, because they're super cool.
Okay, hit me.
The saltwater crocodiles are considered to be the largest living reptile on the planet Earth.
Dope!
Males can grow up to a length of 6 meters or 20 feet long.
Fuck that.
Rarely they exceed 6.3 meters or 21 feet long. And they weigh anywhere between 1,000 and 1,500 kilograms. So 2,200 to 3,300 pounds. With females being much smaller, they usually only measure up to 3 feet. Or 3 meters, 10 feet.
Those sons of bitches are 20 feet long and a ton in poundage?
Yeah, did you not realize that when I goes the largest reptile on Earth?
I knew they were big, and I had seen them in the movie. They looked big. Oh my god, they're so big.
Yeah, they're
That's
massive.
terrifying.
They're massive.
Holy crap. That's insane, dude. I can't imagine getting attacked by one of those.
Saltwater crocodiles are super scary.
They're terrifying.
I mean, you have to understand the fact that they live in like salt water.
Oh, yeah, I guess they could run into some pretty gnarly stuff out by the ocean.
Yeah, it's usually brackish water, but like bigger fish instead. So they're a lot bigger. They're scary.
Oh, I wonder if they could take a shark. I want to see a shark fight a crocodile now.
I'm sure it's happened before, like a bull shark.
Yeah, that sounds
Because
interesting.
they can live in brackish.
Wow, man. Good animal facts. That's fucking sick.
Yeah, straight from Wikipedia on saltwater crocodiles.
The more you know.
Yeah.
Oh, my Lord. All right. Is there anything else you want to talk about that you can think of?
Yes, but do you have anything else?
I don't have anything else.
Okay.
My big things were how good the practicals were. Oh, actually, while we're on practicals, we could talk about gore practicals. Because, of course, we told you Jim dies. So, you get to see
Jim.
Rip Jim. You get to see his corpse.
It's
pretty
good.
good.
Decent. Yeah.
Yeah, not bad.
I think they did really good on practicals overall.
Yeah, man.
Whoever does their like dummies.
It's good. It's pretty
good.
solid.
They spent a lot of time on them.
Yeah. There's also, I think they did a really good job at
Which I mean, they had a $700,000
that's
budget.
not a ton of money, man.
Not a ton of money.
Especially, and it's a croc movie.
And like if you're using real croc footage and you're just filming in like the same location in mangrove swamp, like location's pretty cheap.
Yeah.
Casting was probably pretty cheap.
Yeah.
Most of the money probably went to effects.
That makes sense. Yeah. That's what makes the movie for me personally. Like, it's the coolest part.
And the tension. The acting's fairly good.
The acting is quite good.
Because they do good, like, I'm in shock and in fear and oh my god, what's happening?
Yeah. Yeah, now we're good. I just wanted to talk about how good the fake bodies looked and stuff and all the blood and whatnot.
So, I guess the last point we're going to go over then.
And it was sick. So cool.
The last point I'm going to go over is when you start this movie, it's actually how you can tell it's the right movie. It starts with like, hey, the environment for saltwater crocodiles is like shrinking, but like human habitation is growing. There's like a little blurb on the TV in white text.
Yeah.
One of the other white texts is based on a true story.
Yeah. That's what
or
really
based
got
on true events.
Yeah.
That is technically true.
Okay. How technically are we talking here?
Vaguely similar.
Okay.
But I have that story.
Okay, let's hear it. I'm interested.
I went and kind of tracked it down. So, the events of the film were inspired by a real-life crocodile attack in Australia's Northern Territory in December 2003. The real events involved 3 friends out quad biking for the day before they decide to wash up in like a nearby river. Due to high water levels, one of the boys was carried away, which in turn caused the other 2 boys to jump in after him. They were then all carried downstream about 1 kilometer.
Holy crap. It's a good distance.
Before they attempted to, like, make land. And it's then that they encountered a crocodile.
Oh.
In the ensuing chaos, only 2 of the boys managed to make it out of the water and into the tree, while the third one was killed. The 2 survivors then managed to stay in the tree overnight until they were eventually rescued.
Damn.
So it's that
similar.
It's that setup of we're out doing fun things for the day. And I do need to stress this. They were in an area with no crocs.
Yeah, like even Jim specifically said, yeah, all the crocs moved out of here. I haven't seen one in forever.
There's not supposed to be any crocs where these boys were. And I do say boys because 2 of them were 19, one of them was 21.
Oh, man.
I think it was one of the 19-year-olds.
That's traumatic.
But they're in this area. Wasn't supposed to be any crocodiles. They get essentially washed, so lost in the river, attacked, and then they have to hide in a tree. So it's that rough idea.
Yeah, it's rough enough.
Apparently, this story also inspired another crocodile movie that came out in the same year.
Oh.
That's also very good.
Oh, wow. Okay, good year for croc movies,
so
2007.
If we, it's another Australian one.
See,
so
once again, Australia does not disappoint.
If you want to hit crocs as a category,
I might.
We might come
this
back
was
to
a
that
fun
film.
movie.
But I just wanted to mention that because, like, first of all, probably shouldn't have made a movie and been like, it was inspired by that.
Yeah.
That's kind of shitty.
They didn't really need to because it's loose.
It's loose, and you.
The only similarity: crocodile trees.
You can tell they did it so they could put the tag "inspired by real events" on the movie.
This is what I was talking about
shitty
when I got mad that last time.
When it's like people actually died.
Yeah.
But I think that's worth commenting on.
For sure.
With that being said, I don't think I have much more to say. Because, again,
No.
super slow.
Mm-hmm.
Not much I can say without giving away literally everything that happens.
Yeah, because the stuff that does happen is important and is cool.
But it's like nothing.
But yeah, it's because this movie is very much. Well, I'll save it, actually. I'll save that for when I give my review.
All right. Well, then let's go into reviews. Recommendations first.
If you want a if you want a crocodile movie, fantastic. If you want an Australian movie, pretty good. If you like slow movies, I would say this is more of a suspense
Thriller
than an actual. There is some cool horror elements they try to pull off, and I enjoy them.
No, you were jittery for some parts of it.
Well, because I don't like not being able to see what's in the water, Benjamin.
I think that's definitely horror.
Oh, God. What was I saying? You distracted me.
Thriller.
Thriller, yeah. I'm trying to think of any other recommendations I really have, but I don't think I have any more. I think that's it.
All right. Again, Australian film. That's a pretty basic one. There's not, like, an amazing amount of Australian films,
Mm-hmm.
especially compared to, like, American films.
Yeah.
So, if you want to see one, it's a pretty decent one to check out. I will say, well, I think this film is very tense, and it's a pretty good, like, survival kind of thriller.
Mm-hmm.
It's super slow. So if that's
very
not
slow.
like something you're into, don't watch this film. You're not going to have a good time. But if you're into like a slow burn, like survival thriller, it's very, very good because it's well acted. People hit those emotional highs in a way that seems frantic and almost like I'm in shock. And that's it really makes it very believable. For a fan of croc movies,
Yeah.
like animal attack movies, pretty decent. Not the best ever, but pretty good.
Yeah.
Especially because the practical effects are really great.
That's the big thing for me.
It's not going to be like a movie you watch for practical effects, but they do bring it home.
Yeah, I think it really brings the movie to a different level, like in terms of enjoyment, for me
And
personally.
Finally, if you want to see a film set in like a mangrove swamp, check it out. I mean,
Yeah, it's
obviously this
definitely
is in the swamp category, but it's a little different.
Yeah.
A mangrove forest isn't exactly like, I think, what we as Americans think of as a swamp.
No, but it reminds me of enough of a
But
swamp.
it's reminiscent, and I think it's its own interesting setting. So that's something that sounds cool. Check it out.
It's definitely a super cool setting for a movie like this. It was cool. It was a good spin, you know?
With that being said, do you want to do rating?
Yeah. I'm at an interesting point because I like the movie, but I'm also like, it's not the greatest thing I've ever seen. 3.5.
Okay.
Yeah, 3.5. The acting's good. The croc practicals are good. All the like blood and gore is good. I think the big thing for me that brings it over the top is how the story is handled and like how it's long, but it doesn't really feel that long if you're like, I was invested in these people. I was like, man, I really give a shit about these two assholes, huh?
Yeah.
So it doesn't feel super long. It didn't drag for me, at least. That's what I mean. Like, it's a long movie, but it doesn't drag, and I can appreciate that. And I think that's a very hard thing to do.
Fair enough.
And I think, yeah, the practicals really is what brought it to a 3.5 for me. Because here's what I was going to say earlier. I said I was going to say it for my review. It hits every note you want from a croc movie. It's just a very classic idea of croc in the water, don't die. And it's just such a simple idea, but they do it so well that it doesn't feel boring or derivative of other survival movies like this.
Fair.
That's the big thing for me.
For me, I think I'm also gonna give it a 3.5. Cause like I like this movie, but it's just super simplistic.
Yeah.
And I mean that works for what it is.
Mm-hmm.
And I think if it tried to be like more complex, it would have been a worse movie.
For sure.
But with how simple it is, it's hard to go like above and beyond its basic concept of we're flipped over, we're stranded in a swamp without access to our boat, and there's a big ass crocodile. With that being said, it gets to a 3.5 and not just 3 because like the practical effects are good, the acting worked really well, it's shot decently.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, it did as well as it could with the story it had, but that's not enough to get to a 4.
Yeah, I mean, I think the idea behind it is just too simple. And if they were to, I think I completely agree. If they had tried anything too crazy, it really would have gotten out of hand.
It would have been a different movie.
Yeah, it would have been a different movie in a bad way. Because I'm a simple-minded creature. I like simple things.
I know that.
This was a simple movie.
Simple.
I enjoyed it.
Okay. Well, I guess that's all we got.
Yeah, I guess that's all we got this week.
So-
pretty. You know what? Better opening than last time.
Yeah,
Better movie than The Wind.
not a high bar.
It's
The
my
Wind
new-
was fine.
Yeah,
It was just disappointing.
That movie made me mad.
Yeah, because it started so well and then it
Yeah.
ended so poorly. This one,
It's good.
Yeah.
It was a good opener for the season, I think. A good base level. I feel like it's been a while since we've had a movie that we thought was fine.
yeah,
It was okay. It was
right
pretty,
down the middle.
pretty solid.
It's maybe slightly above the middle, but still.
Yeah, well, I mean, after learning that was a real crocodile in that one scene, definitely more
Real
into the
crocodile.
middle. Like, over the line. That was fucking
Getting
sick.
a real crocodile is still cheaper than CGI. All right, on that note, we're going to go to the outtakes. Hope you like them.
Yeah, I guess we'll see you guys in a minute. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the outtake section for this episode of Beware the Board. I hope you're enjoying our review of Blackwater so far. I think this is a really fun movie. Wasn't really expecting to be scared by a Killer Croc movie, but, you know, I'm scared all the time, so it doesn't really matter. If you do not want any spoilers from the outtakes on this film, please skip to 49 minutes and 32 seconds immediately. This first clip is Ben and I having a conversation about the Australian wildlife, but also Ben being a little confused and wondering if this is the right movie. Or a kangaroo or a koala.
Wallaby.
A wallaby? A capybara?
Now, if I see... I'm just saying, if I see a kangaroo
Mm-hmm.
getting blasted by a farmer, then I know I'm in Australia. They hate them.
I would hate them too. Have you seen them?
No, like,
They're pricks.
they're the Australian equivalent of deer.
Yeah.
Like,
they're
they-
fucking pricks.
People hate them. Like, because they're just like deer and they go in your fields and shit. Now, I do want to see a koala with chlamydia, though. That'd be pretty great.
Most koalas have chlamydia.
No. So basically, I just want to see a
A
koala.
koala. I can't believe someone banged a koala and gave us all chlamydia.
Yeah.
There's the opening. Blackwater. Same thing with, actually, do you know where syphilis comes from? I know.
Where?
Alpacas
Mm.
in, like, South America. Syphilis was not known in Europe until they came to South America and started banging alpacas and llamas and got syphilis. This guy is
I hope
running
this
through
is
the water.
the right movie.
What do you mean?
I hope it's the right movie.
I also
I just chose Blackwater, and this is the first thing that came up.
This next clip is Ben and I realizing we had indeed found the wrong movie and scrambling to figure out what the heck we were going to do.
I think this is the wrong film, Bob.
No way, really?
I'm pretty sure it's the wrong film.
Have we ever done this before? How does this even happen?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the wrong film. I'm not sure. Close your eyes, Bob.
Okay. Sorry.
It's not your fault.
No, I know, but it's funny. Well, because what do we do with this recording?
We're just gonna find the actual Blackwater. I think someone made a second film named Blackwater, and because it's so small, like we're having trouble finding the actual version we want. Hey, Tubi, come through, please, Tubi.
Can I open my eyes and stop this recording and fix it?
Not yet.
What do you mean, not yet?
We made a funny joke about koalas and chlamydia.
I'm on the wrong movie!
Yeah, this is the right one. Yeah, you know what? Fuck the Roku channel. I love you, Tubi. I'm so sorry.
I fucking... Oh my god. I kept trying to convince you it was the right movie.
I was right.
I know! Jesus Christ. This next clip is Ben and I's reaction to the beginning of the actual film. Oh.
Yeah,
An actual movie.
This looks right.
Holy shit, a real movie, Ben.
This looks right.
This is exciting. Man, did you timestamp any of that shit we were just talking about?
I got the... I was telling you it was the right movie.
Okay, good. Oh, this is a crocodile film.
Crikey.
Crikey. This film is based on true events?
Yeah, this is the right film now.
Oh no. True events. Last time that happened, I got real scared. Bug.
Beetle. Piper, go away. Stop sniffing my elbow. Yeah, this is the right
This looks
film.
like a real movie.
This is
Holy
the right
crap.
movie.
Thank Christ. This next clip is Ben and I's reaction to one of the characters using a very, very, very Australian saying.
That was so Australian, it hurts.
What the fuck fuck is there a barramundi up my bum? Jesus Christ.
I think you mean crikey.
I do mean crikey. Can we just call the episode Crikey? Crikey. This next clip is mine and Ben's reaction to the crocodile finally tipping the boat over. Oh my god. That thud's... Okay, the boat is already tipped. That is not good.
Probably just a big
Lord.
fish. Right?
Oh, wait, the water's not that deep. They're not even swimming. They're like standing.
Yeah, it's a bog. There's probably a croc in there.
Oh.
Should probably get out of that boat.
Oh, she's tied up in the
wrapped up.
rope. She's tied up. Underwater.
I get
That's
out of
not
the
fun.
water. I mean, good guy. Like, he's
Yeah.
looking.
Oh, Lord. Is that the guide?
Yeah.
Boo! I saw a crocodile. This next clip is the first time I have a freak out over the croc attack. Anxiety about crocodile. Crocodile anxiety. Man, you know, I didn't think I was going to be that scared because it's not the ocean. Water's scary, man. Oh, Lord. Get up on the boat, you fucking
It's
idiot.
hard to get on top of a boat.
I know, but for fuck's sake, there's a crocodile coming. Like, she has to be more concerned. Oh, she did it. She got on top.
And
Why is their hair not wet anymore?
it's
what happened?
hot.
Think it dried that fast?
Yeah. Maybe don't. Just stay still.
Just don't move. Just don't move. Just hits and bang in the... Look, all you got to do is jump, and when it flips,
Jump back inside
jump back
of
in
it.
the boat. Don't go back down there.
It's making a distraction. It's actually pretty smart.
Yeah,
Scary as hell,
It's fucking
but
freaking me
smart.
out, man. Cause it could just jump out the goddamn water and take his hand off right now.
Oh, it could jump off and probably take his face off.
His feet are in the water. She looks so scared.
She should be, Bob.
I know, but I'm saying it's good acting, Benjamin.
Well, to be honest, they are filming here. There could actually be crocs in that water. Which I think is the best part of this.
This next clip is Ben and I's reaction to the death of Adam.
But
There's actually not that much water in there.
But where's Adam?
Under the boat.
Bob. Maybe pull yourself into the boat.
Yeah. That would be smart. You should pull yourself into the boat before you get crocodilied. Whoa, no! Unless he's pranking them. It's a prank. Just a prank, bro. Oh, no. Oh, that's not good. That won't help. I'm
Begging
sorry.
does not work on a crocodile.
You cannot beg the crocodile to return
Fun
your
fact of the
husband.
day.
Oh, man, he's dead. That sucks. She just watched her boyfriend get eaten by a crocodile.
That was never a question. Like, the bite strength on that thing must be insane.
Yeah. Holy fuck. This next clip is Ben and I's reaction to finally seeing the crocodile death roll someone.
All right, go for the boat.
Oh, she's getting fucking death rolled.
Yeah, no one else has gotten death rolled. I don't think. I think they just got chomped.
Oh.
Go for the boat.
Do something.
Why? She's.
You're just going to stand there and die too? How did she survive that?
Sometimes they'll let you go. They death roll, but they will let you go sometimes.
How bad is it?
It's fucked. It has to be fucked.
It has to be fucked, right? Hi, everybody. Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed the outtakes. I know there were probably a lot.
I don't know.
I don't know. I was freaking out a little bit. Movie gave me anxiety, but whatever.
Yeah, Bob forgot he was afraid of water.
Yeah, I didn't really think about it when I picked swamps. And then I was like, man, I thought I was afraid of the ocean. No, I'm just afraid of water.
I can explain this better than Bob can. Bob is afraid of not being able to see what's underwater.
Yeah.
It's basically the fear of the unknown.
Mm-hmm. But
Which means,
like, you
if
know,
he could see the bottom, it might be okay. But
yeah.
with murky
Well,
water,
I know
it
that
freaked
that's not
him
true
out.
because in Zombie 2, it took me a minute, but I started having kind of a panic attack when that zombie was fighting that shark. It was fucking
right.
scary. Do we have any announcements, Ben?
No, I think you promised that announcement at the beginning, and we're just not going to say it.
Okay. Well, fuck it, I guess.
Why would you say that, Bob? We need to tell them. You promised.
You're the announcement guy.
Oh, yeah. So the announcement is we're going to record Terrifier 2
Yes.
soon. I think, I guess I don't know when it's going to come out.
I don't know what's going to come out
Assumedly,
either.
maybe between this episode and the next board episode.
Yeah. Do you want to tell the people why we're recording Terrifier 2?
Yeah. So it should technically be the 50th movie we've watched on this podcast.
It should be movie number 50. We thought for a good milestone we would finally watch Terrifier 2, considering we started episode 0 with Terrifier 1.
Yeah. It
And
should
I'm excited.
work out kind of well. If it doesn't work out, whatever.
Yeah,
It's either going to be the 50th movie or we've watched 50 movies, so we're going to watch that to celebrate.
Yeah.
Either way, basically, we want an excuse to watch it because Bob bought the Blu-ray the second it came out.
It's been sitting on
It's
my
been
shelf
sitting
for
on the shelf.
months.
And he hasn't been able to even look at the cover.
Yeah, I haven't
So
been able to touch it.
we're going to go watch that soon.
At some point, and
that'll
then you'll
come
see
out.
it.
Yeah.
So super exciting. I'm really hyped for that shit, dude. I'm so excited because, I don't know, 50 movies feels like a milestone for this freaking podcast. This is only
Almost-
episode 31.
Yeah.
There are 19 extra movies already. Crazy shit, dude.
Lots
God,
of
it's
holiday
wild.
movies.
Holiday movies, but also other random stuff, like having guests on and whatnot.
Yeah. That's fair.
Yeah. So that was my big announcement. I wanted to let everyone know that special episode's coming out soon.
Yeah.
I don't think we have anything else.
Nope.
Okay.
We're going to come back next week with another board episode, so look forward
Yeah.
to that.
Ooh, what category?
Hopefully, Bob will choose a better category.
Nah, Swamp 2. Swamps again. I'm going to go all swamps all 3 weeks in a row. We're opening with swamps.
Bet. Do it.
I won't.
You won't. Yeah.
You know me so well.
All right.
Check us out on Twitter at Beware the Board. It's where I post updates about the show. Anything about the show goes on our Twitter. So on Mondays, I post a spoiler post for that week's worth of episodes, which is basically my tweet, and you can reveal the image to see what movie we're watching, so you could watch it beforehand, so you don't get any spoilers in the episode, and you kind of know what we're talking about when we mime things to each other and laugh.
I mean,
Because
you
we don't wanna
won't
give
because
spoilers.
it's a visual gag. But
It's a visual gag for an audio podcast, damn it. It's fine. On Fridays, or whenever an episode goes live, I post a link to the episode. So if you ever miss an upload and you're like, man, I want a link to that episode, it's there on our Twitter. So check us out on Twitter. It's where all of our shit goes.
yeah, we're also wherever you get your podcasts, Spotify, Apple Podcast, right?
Yeah.
Wherever. I don't use it, so I don't know. I use Spotify.
I
We're
know.
also
It's just
on
funny.
YouTube if that's where you want to watch our stuff. For some reason, you can like, comment, subscribe over there. It really helps us out in supporting the channel. It's also a great place to comment. Just be careful when you're in our comment section. You never know what's lurking below the surface.
Oh, no. Don't click any weird links.
Yeah. But on that note, that's all I got.
Yeah. Check us out on TikTok. I'm going to pitch our TikTok some more.
yeah.
Look, bitch. I'm working on making more TikToks. We're on TikToks at Beware the Board. I post clips from the show on there. So if TikTok's your platform, check us out on TikTok.
Yeah, make
It's-
Bob feel better about himself.
Well, all right. Made me feel better about all the time and effort I put into making TikToks. Because it's a pain in the ass.
That's what I meant.
Yeah. I think that's it, Benjamin.
All right.
I think that's the end of the episode.
See you next week.
Yeah, we'll see you next week, everybody.